All right, here we're trying to find some trig ratios. We've got cosecant, secant, and cotangent here, so I'm going to write myself a little reminder that cosecant and secant are the reciprocals of sine and cosine, respectively. So cosecant is going to go with sine, so cosecant of x is going to be the flipped version of sine of x. Cosine, I can't move that, okay, is going to go with secant. So if I've got cosine of x flipped, that would give me secant. And then cotangent is going to be the flipped version of tangent. So these are the reciprocal trig ratios. And when we're trying to work with these, we're going to treat a lot of this exactly the same as if we were looking with the non-reciprocal trig ratios. So the first thing I might do is identify the angle we're looking at. So for cosecant of x, we're looking at angle x. Let's label my sides based on this. We've got the hypotenuse going straight across. We got the opposite and the adjacent. Now, we're looking for cosecant of x. And we said that was going to be the reciprocal of sine of x. So if sine would normally be opposite over hypotenuse, cosecant would be hypotenuse over opposite, which is going to be 35 over 28. For the second one of these, I'm actually going to skip down to the third one because we're using the same angle. So for the third one of these, we're looking at cotangent of x. Cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. We know tangent is opposite over adjacent. Therefore, cotangent is going to be adjacent over opposite, which gives us 21 over 28. And then finally, I'm going to switch colors because we're switching angles. We're looking at secant of z. So I'm going to identify a new angle as z. My hypotenuse stays the same, but now my opposite and my adjacent are going to switch around. And secant would be the reciprocal of cosine. I know cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, so secant of z is going to be the hypotenuse over the adjacent. And that's going to give us 35 over 28.